Dan, firstly, thank you for everything. My name is Andile Siziba. I'm from Birmingham, UK. I'm 31 years old.
Okay.
I have a two-part question. Firstly, I run a company providing a niche but innovative and successful product. We're a diagnostic company that acts as an overflow service to the NHS, seeing NHS patients using NHS resources out of hours. I would like to grow via acquisitions. What area would I
Assisted
venture
living.
into? Sorry?
Assisted living.
Would that complement my current service?
I don't care if it compliments it or not. You're in that fucking business, not me. I turned the key on your business.
Yeah.
I put a bullet in my head. You should have rolled down your mother's leg. That's not my problem, kids. I'm telling you where you can get the low-hanging fruits, as they say. No sexual inference there. Low-hanging fruit, motivated seller. If it's not a motivated seller, most of you don't know the difference between a prospect and a suspect. A suspect is somebody that'll take your fucking calls. A prospect is somebody that'll sell to you. You keep talking to these assholes because they're nice to you on the phone. You can don't ask Sally, but Sally would tell you, they asked me not to come to a second meeting. The banks don't want to meet me a second time. The motivated sellers don't want to meet me a second time. I wonder why. I'm not there to be their fucking friend. How has your program worked out, you sorry assholes? Jesus Christ. It hasn't, has it?
Secondly, how do I...
No, second. One question. Thank you.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much. Nikolai, 33 from Norway. I have a gift for you.
Oh, thank you.
It's a translated version of my Norwegian book.
Okay,
which
fine.
is,
What's your question?
I wish you can sign my version.
No, I'm not going to sign anything. What's your question?
It was my question because the
foreword
of the book is my man's greatest burden.
Fine, I appreciate it. But guys, I get presents, not every day, that'd be a lie. But every week. I don't need any, please. Don't buy me anything. Leave me alone. Next,
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi then, Dave from London, 35. Question about seller finance. If your cash flow covers debt service by 120%, but over 25 years, but if it's seller finance, you're paying it back over 5 years on 5 multiples, then cash flow is not really covering debt service.
Yes, it is. No, because it's how you get the seller's finance. Interest, no interest, first 2 years, interest and principal from the third year on. This is all online, god damn. And you refinance it within the first 24 months. So you don't need any cash flow for the seller's part.
Okay, cool, cheers.
Hey Dan, my name's Tony. I'm 23, from El Paso, Texas. Don't know if anyone knows where that's from.
Nobody cares. Keep talking, kids.
And I know you like Andrew Carnegie. In his most famous piece of writing, The Gospel of Wealth, he said, "The man who dies thus rich dies disgraced." Think that's bullshit? And what's your philanthropy?
We're giving all our money away, Sally and I. So I don't care what you do. You don't have any money to give away. Trust me. Sally lost in fur coats and jewelry at airports more net worth than this fucking room's got. So don't be worrying about trust and shit like that. Make some fucking money first.
Yep.
Next.
Hi, Dan. My name is Emmanuel. I'm 23 years old, and I've just joined the military.
Thank you for your service.
I'm a salesman by profession, so I have no issue calling acquisition.
You look like a pimp. Go ahead.
But I'm struggling building a dream team. I want to have the best dream team. How do I find somebody quite like you as a chairman?
Well, not like me. LinkedIn is a tool that if I asked the Lord above to create for me, he would have created LinkedIn. It's the best tool. Just remember, of the 300 million or whoever amount of people that are on LinkedIn, they all want to do some kind of business. So I go to LinkedIn.
Let's go to LinkedIn. Could you be the chairman?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
Hey, boss. My name is Baldazar Fedelizo from San Pedro, California. I'm the minnow who's trying to swallow the hood.
I
the
know it
pirate
well.
kingdom.
Okay.
I just want to ask you, I'm in the biodiesel industry and I want to take down this asshole Baker Commodities. How do I take him over?
Well, if he's not for sale, is he for sale? No.
No. I'm going to take his shit.
Then you got a problem. I mean, if they're not for sale and they're not in default on debt or something like that.
How do I find that out, boss?
Oh, it's a matter of public record.
All right. What record? Department of Records over in Norwalk?
Type in the company's name or the person's name and say debt default, and it'll tell you.
Got it. Thank you, boss.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Mark Goodwin from Glasgow.
Glasgow.
Aye.
I remember the first Glaswegian kiss I got, a headbutt, about 35 years ago. And as I walked outside to fight the guy, a guy hit me with a brick in the back of the fucking head. And I went down into the... Oh, I have fond memories of Glasgow.
It's a nice place.
Yeah.
What's your preferred industry for targeting deals?
Pardon?
What's your preferred industry for
Healthcare.
targeting? Healthcare. Okay.
Even in Scotland.
Yeah.
Yep. Thank you.
That's my business card.
Thank you.
Hi, Mr. Pena.
Hi.
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
So Nicholas Lee, 31, in the dental sector. I've got 2 Pamela Anderson deals going on, the SEO at 2.0 and 3.0. So everything's lined up.
Did you see the debt coverage was 2-0?
Yeah, and 3.0.
2 and 3-1.
3.0, yeah, 2-1,
Okay,
3-1
okay.
for both deals.
Even you can get those deals done.
Especially me.
By the way, this guy's a chartered accountant, smart. He's from Mauritius, where he used to steal purses from old ladies. Go ahead.
So my question is, I've got the banks ready, everything's fine. I've given my personal guarantee. Then they're saying...
Which is worth nothing.
Exactly. So that's my question. What do you do when your guarantee is worth nothing?
Well, if you had interviewed the financial institutions properly, like we say online, that all deals I bring you will be stand on their own 2 feet. And then they say, is the deal good today? Yes. If I die tonight, is the deal still good? Yes. Well, then you don't need my guarantee. This is all online, Jesus. Why are you looking at me like I'm speaking Greek? Because when you tell me that you studied my site, you're full of shit. Yeah.
And that's what I did with my banks. And I've used all of those framing of...
Templates.
What it is, yeah, templates and framing of how we're doing it.
Well, then you got, if they still want a guarantee, they say there's no guarantee. Remember Jason Nagy from Australia fame, Adelaide. He's built $5 million in EBITDA in the last 2 years. No guarantees, non-recourse money. You just have to hold your nerve, which is hard when you've been living off of a smoke exhaust pipe, meaning you run out of money, so they're sucking on the exhaust pipe.
And that's why the other idea I had was to give 5% of my company for someone who would give their personal guarantee.
Or maybe it's more than 5.
So I've got a website I've created, which I want to share here. So it's www.qladdeals.co.uk. So if you go on this, anyone here...
He's not a mini-me. So just it says QLA doesn't mean it's me.
Yeah, it's not him. I've just got it,
Okay, so what's the question?
No, so just, if you guys were interested...
Oh, no, he wants money from
I'm just using marketing, yeah?
Okay, next.
Selective plugs.
Sit down.
Hey, Mr. Pena, my name is Nathan Alperstein. I'm from Israel. I'm 25. I wanted to ask you, once a deal is acquired...
Mazel tov.
Thank you. Once I acquire a business, how do I put management in place to make sure that it keeps growing?
Most of the kids that fail in not the buying of the business, accumulating the revenue, they fail in running the business. Because there's a quantum leap, pun intended, between buying it and running it. Because if your industry experts aren't going to stay the course 6 months or so, or the motivated seller's not going to stay 6 months, the business is going down the pan. Because you're going to run it with the same way you've run your life, inefficiently. And you've got to hold them to high standards.
So the industry expert is
Correct.
the one who's...
And the motivated seller should stay at least 6 months.
How do I make sure that all the dream team and everyone I bring on the team are qualified?
These dream teams are in transition. You're going to see a slide after lunch that Josh Kim has gone through 20 dream team members in 4 years. 20.
So I'm
He's
constantly
fired 20.
changing them? If they're not performing, I'm constantly changing them?
You have to hold them accountable.
Okay. I have one more question.
Next, please.
Thanks.
Hello, Mr. Pena. I'm Oab. I'm 16 years old and I'm from Holland.
Stay still. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. I want to know how can I get a bank loan, a commercial bank loan from the banks when I'm underage?
Okay, if you have not reached majority, legal age, it's hard. I'd be lying to you if I told you it's hard. It's not impossible, but it's almost impossible to get them. And I don't want parents to guarantee it, but that's what most of the kids do.
Okay. And how do I build like the perception for the banks that I'm serious about their buying the not the banks, to the motivated seller that I want to buy their business.
With the Dream Team. We've got 175 years experience. Those are the Dream Team members. But I mean, he looks like Josh did when Josh was 17. We've had 16-year-olds come through. We have 13-year-olds making $100,000 a month. Did everybody hear that? 13, 14-year-olds making $100,000 a month. And what the fuck are you? And you had to scrape your pennies together to be here. I told the kids, we don't need you. You know what you're doing. And poorness rubs off. God forbid some of my little teenagers, you took a risk coming here, kid, because this shit rubs off. Don't talk to anybody.
All right.
Eat your lunch by yourself. I'm serious.
Yeah.
Eat your lunch by yourself. Don't talk to them. Just fuck off. He's got permission to tell you to fuck off. Thank you. Good luck to you, kid. Okay.
Mark Hansen, Colorado, 49 years old.
You've had a hard life.
I have.
I can see it. Go ahead.
Where are the 6 or 7 places that QLA is dominating that you referred to in last month's regular seminar?
6 or 7, okay. Australia, Brazil, South Africa, Canada, the United States, Mexico, and almost all the EU countries. Not all, but almost all the EU countries.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Dan Pena, Mr. Dan Pena. My name is Eric Granville. I'm actually from New York, retiring from the police department soon.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for all this free stuff that you've given us all and giving the spark back into masculinity. Also, I'd like to ask a question. The one question is that all of us would probably love to have is those scripts, those things, the templates basically that you only get from the...
You're not looking hard enough, kids. They're all online.
Okay.
Every fucking one of them.
And the secret to your marriage?
My wife.
The secret to have her do what you want her to do.
My wife is oh, there you are, sir. My wife is a workaholic.
Okay.
Chartered accountant. And just...
Because that's the tough part for people who, like myself, with 4 children and a man in marriage.
Yeah, I mean...
Keeping my wife in line, basically, right now.
Well, I mean, and by the way, we have a 60% divorce rate and business partnership bust-up rate. We stopped counting at 60% because, I don't know what it is now, but I know it's over 60%. Because when they say they're supportive of you, miss a birthday, miss a Christmas. I'm a guy that has never bought candy, flowers, any of that shit you guys do. Nothing. In my entire 74 years of life. How's your program working out? The harder I am on people, the more they love me. Hear that, Brian QLA Rose?
Thanks again, Mr. Penny.
You're welcome. Yes, sir.
Carl S., 30 years old, Germany, and I have a question in regards to selling companies.
Okay, got it.
I've sold a few companies, but I could never reach the evaluation I wanted to reach.
Did you ever think they weren't worth it?
Well, I actually think that the companies were worth more, but the one buyer, they focus on the margin. The next buyer focuses on the revenue. So they're very good in negotiating.
They're better buyers than he is a seller.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So my question is, when you build the company or you scale the company, at what point do you go looking for the seller? Because
from the day you open the door, you should have your exit planned. From the day you open the door.
And you go to family offices or...
Well, whoever. I mean, family offices are just highfalutin private equity firms. I mean, they're no different.
Okay. So you have the seller in mind and basically kind of modeled the company and the presentation.
You modeled it. By the way, these questions aren't as bad as he looks.
I think I look pretty good, by the way.
You model the company after what's selling on the market. You let the market tell you. You don't. 95% of all companies put up for sale on the planet in 2017 didn't sell. Why? Because they're looking to get rich off one transaction. Generational wealth is built off a series of transactions. But you've got your one little chicken shit business. You put all your money back into that business because you have been led to believe, well, I don't know any business better than my own, so I'll put my money back into it. Well, that's wrong. That's wrong. If you're not a $500 million company after 10 years, you're doing something dead fucking wrong. So you let the market tell you, and you copy, you model what's selling. And that has to change because this is a 3 to 7 year process to build generational wealth. Wealth that would normally take 20, 25 years. And the market will change over 3 to 7 years. And so you have to keep track of the market. You let the market tell you how you should market it. And there's guys in here that know, forgot more about internet marketing than I know. Internet marketing is instantaneous, the results. And clicks, impressions, sales, it's dynamite. But if you don't use it as an instantaneous method of evaluating things, then you might as well not use the internet.
And at one point in time, selling the business took about 33% of my time. Is that a normal ratio? Okay.
That's too long.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next.
Hi, sir. My name is James. I'm a Vietnamese guy from Montreal. I'm 44 years old. I'm here to be crushed. And I suck in my business for the last 12 years and say that, it's time to change my life. And I have a firm in IT consulting. Would you advise me to do acquisitions in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, or just sell my business and go to assisted living?
Cybersecurity is hot, sizzling hot. But the multiples have been bid up. But there are still motivated sellers. In fact, I think I know a couple in the audience, motivated IT sellers, cybersecurity sellers, that is.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Yes, sir.
Mr. Pena, pleasure to finally meet you. My name is Mitchell Kennedy. I'm 23 from Sydney, Australia. My question comes from the November 2019 video from the seminar. You mentioned that when your board does the due diligence, that before you bring it to the board, that there are 3 due diligence questions to ask the seller. What are those? You didn't cover them in the video.
Okay, that's not exactly how I say. I know what you're getting at. One, you're not taking anything to board until you've looked at their financials and their tax returns. And their tax returns should match plus or minus 5 or 10% the financials, because we all know you can put anything in QuickBooks. QuickBooks means nothing unless they have audited financials. So you ask the seller tax returns, financials, and you have to ascertain the real reason they're selling. They don't tell you the real reason they're selling. Now, they tease me, motivated sellers to me is he is coughing up blood from emphysema, and his wife is in a wheelchair from a stroke. Now, they're motivated. And those are the ones, I'm like an ambulance chaser, literally. Everybody understand ambulance chaser? I'm an ambulance chaser. Those guys are motivated. So those are the 3.
Thank you, Mr.
You're welcome. Thank you.